Hello class, I'm Mr. Dow. I'm your instructor for this winter 2017 English 101 course. And I have a few things I wanted to tell you before you actually started the course this week. To make this message a little more friendly, I will show you what I'm doing right now. I'm watching this guy. That's Crypto. He's our new French Bulldog. But as to the actual messages, what I wanted to tell the class. First, I want to remind everybody it's a 6-week class. That means that there are a lot of assignments due each week, and the class begins immediately. So if you're thinking of taking off some time, that's a bad idea. You should start at once and see if you have any problems or questions you want to ask me. Secondly, please remember it's a transfer English class, which means that this course would be accepted at UC Berkeley or UCLA. And that means that I cannot really cut things from the 15-week version. We really are going to do all that work, except in only 6 weeks. I'm often asked, is this a difficult class? I would say yes. In some ways, it is a very difficult class because this is the highest failure drop rate class that I teach at Citrus College. The material itself is not necessarily that difficult. I think if you're a reasonable student, you could do well in this class. However, because we're doing 15 weeks of work in 6 weeks, the time management skills needed to do well in this class are very high. I will tell you honestly, when I was 18, 19 years old, I could not have passed this class. I just wasn't organized enough to do it. However, I do, again, if you're somebody who's organized and you are committed to the class, you can do well here. And I will help you every step of the way, but you need to be realistic about what you're going to be asked to do. So what is that failure drop rate? Like I said, because you're going to be quizzed on this on the first assignment. I would say that in this course, the 6-week English 101 class, 75 to 80% of all the students will either fail or drop the class. I know that's shocking, but I think that's just a result of the fact that we're doing 6 weeks of 6-week class that has 15 weeks of work in it. As far as the course requirements go that make this somewhat difficult for people who aren't that organized, first, we do things in a step-by-step process, which means we do not skip anything, and you cannot continue from step 2 to step 3 unless I've okayed step 2 for you. So if you're going to take a week off and then try to turn in 3 or 4 steps at a time, I won't accept any of those because every step has to be done in order and correctly before you can move on. Secondly, you can't skip anything because, again, all the steps are there for a reason, since we do have to produce a research paper by the end of this very short term. Third, well, like I said, a lot of the assignments do have to be okayed by me before you can actually move on. So anyway, I think if you put those things together, I think you should be able to see that time management is a huge issue in this class. So that's my strongest piece of advice for you, is to organize yourself if you're going to actually attempt to do well in this class. Can you do it? Are you the kind of person who can do it? I would say if you are a person who struggles with English in some way, or if you are an ESL student, this is not the class for you. If you are a person who traditionally does things at the last second because you work better under pressure, which is a lie I used to tell myself in college, this is not a good class for you. And if you are a person who has a lot of commitments going on in the next 6 weeks, like you're taking a couple of the other classes, or you'll be in vacation in Hawaii for a week, you're not going to make it through this class. So I think before you start anything in this course, you should kind of think about, is this a good move for me to take this class? Because if you can drop early, I can get someone else in who can maybe put more time and effort into it if you don't have the time this semester. Finally, so my advice altogether, here's what I think you should do if you want to do well in this class. And again, you can do well. You just have to take it seriously. First, read everything. Don't skip around on the reading. The first thing you have to do is read the syllabus, and there's a quiz on reading the syllabus, and it's kind of a detailed quiz, so you do have to go through there and kind of read it. Second, you need to ask questions. If anything's unclear to you, don't wait. Don't hesitate for a second. Send me an email. Ask me questions. Get me to clarify things for you. Don't wedge it all. And third, you should start early. You should start now. I will make this course available the day before the semester actually starts. I'll send an email to you. Even if you're just starting the first week of the class, don't wait to the end of the week. Start immediately, just to see what all's there. Finally, again, I don't want to discourage people, but I do want everybody to understand what's required in this class. So I think some people take the class thinking, wow, English, 6 weeks, what a great deal. It's not a great deal for most of you. For most of you, it's going to be, I can't do it. For those people who are highly organized, who are highly committed and have time for this, this is a good class. I try to make it as entertaining and as interesting as I can. But a lot is required of the student for this class. So that is my opening welcome message to you. I have other messages coming. Check your announcements page. Read through all that. The first things in the announcements page are also helpful in navigating the course. So with that, I will leave you. Please get started immediately. Send me questions. Here's a last shot of Crypto. Yeah, he's not doing anything. Okay, so you get started, and I will be hearing from you soon.